Amanya gange bampita Zabibu Jalia nga ndi chairperson w'ekibiina kya Mubende Women Gold Miners Association. Ekibiina kino ky'abakyala abeegattira awamu okuyiikuula ebyobugagga by'omu ttaka bye bayita zaabu.
The extractive sector, oil, gas and mineral exploration remained one of the most critical sectors central to Uganda's national revenue generation and development efforts. The sector carries significant potential for the country's economic development and aspirations under Vision 2040 for Uganda to attain middle income status.
Kati mu area eno mulimu pits nyingi, emu ku zo yeeyo gye tusookeddeko gye mulaba era n'endala ziri eno waggulu gye tugenda okwambuka.
In 2020, the government of Uganda was admitted as a member of the Extractives Industry Transparency Initiative, the EITI. This represented a positive step towards a transparent, organized, productive and compliant extractive sector in the country.
Eno ye demonstration site yaffe eya Mubende Women Gold Miners Association. Kati site eno yatuweebwa aba Global Rights Alert through DGF.
There's a wide recognition that natural resources need to be managed in a manner that contribute to national development priorities espoused in the national plans and the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development.
This project was commenced by government in 2014 and our engagement with DGF was from 2016. And it came to fruition last year in 2022 when finally the law was put in place. And through this period, we worked with all the stakeholders. We managed to bring missing voices in the discussion, and I think we have one of the best mining laws and policy in the region as an output and product that has come out of this.
The project that we worked on with DGF really aimed at promoting community interests, and that we did in the Albertine Graben as well as in the mining area of Mubende and Kasanda. So we focused on creating platforms where communities could interface with local governments on a number of development processes that were going on in land acquisition for investments in the oil sector, but also creating platforms where central government could interface with local governments.
DGF supported civil society partners to engage with local government and other stakeholders, including the private sector, on issues of natural resource governance. This included enhancing access to information, assisting community engagement and land dispute resolution, including by securing women's property rights.
Global Rights Alert netandika okutufandinga nga buli tugenda ebatuyita mu meeting. Global Rights Alert yetuwa facilitation okugeza transport refund, okulya, okunywa, 2019 ne batuwa license gye twasooka.
When the project came on board, there was this issue of civil society organizations working on oil and gas are disjointed, they are not coordinated. If the government wanted to reach them, it's a little bit difficult. If the oil companies wanted to reach them, it's a little bit difficult. But we also do our work in a disjointed manner. And I think one thing that the project contributed to is building a strong network or coalition on oil and gas that has become actually a reference point, because I don't think that there are many policy frameworks, strategies that government or the oil companies have worked on without the input of the civil society coalition on oil and gas.
Bano abakyala be mulaba wano be bamu ku bakyala abali under Mubende Women Gold Miners Association. Abalala tubaleseyo ku lusozi bali mu kusuubula mukyanga.
One of the things that we are very proud of is that even in the absence of Global Rights Alert, a lot of work goes on a daily basis, because community monitors are doing the work on their own with the skills that we gave them.
Partners engaged in analysis and formulated policy recommendations on natural resource governance that were taken on board by relevant stakeholders. Through these efforts, local communities have been able to participate in and benefit from development in the sector. Events organized by the natural resource partners were among the total number of over 5,000 DGF public forums where government institutions interacted with citizens and CSOs on legislation and policy frameworks.
We never had a law that talks about artisanal mining. Before we acquired the exploration license, it was a long struggle as artisans who were evicted from the mines by mineral police.
Through these forums across the different DGF thematic areas, more than 2,500 issue-based initiatives were generated. DGF partners working on natural resource governance contributed to more than 3,000 studies on issues related to governance.
As artisans, we mobilized ourselves with the help of ASEMP. We petitioned the Parliament of Uganda, but ASEMP had helped us to prepare a petition which we presented, and of course by law we could not read it ourselves, so we requested the Honorable Mwizuche, the Member of Parliament, Bweju County. He presented the petition on behalf of us. The Speaker of Parliament directed the Committee of Natural Resources to look into the issues.
In view of the impact on local communities of the extractive sector, the DGF partners working in this area had a significant role in enabling the participation of citizens, including from marginalized groups. In total, more than 70,000 persons from marginalized groups participated in activities and events across the DGF program.
With the help of ASEMP, they gave us a chance to apply. We now have an exploration license. When we were doing our biology, we made sure that we cater for interest groups, which includes women. That's why we have a women league. So in our cooperative, all interest groups are catered for, and women are given a priority.
ASEMP helped us because they trained us and they showed us the rights of women that we are also able, that we can do as men they are doing. So they trained us on our rights. They trained us also to put in more effort when we are working.
With the help of DGF partners, the program improved the quality of life and well-being of ordinary people of all ages directly impacted by the extractive sector in different parts of the country. Through its comprehensive, multi-donor approach that focused on protecting human rights, advancing participation, and improving access to justice, the DGF contributed to sustainable development in line with our common agenda for people, planet, and peace.